This morning, we want you to take a look at this video from just a couple hours ago. This is at 4th and York after reports of a carbon monoxide leak. People living in the 800 building tell us that some people had to receive medical attention on scene and some were transported to the hospital. Residents tell us they received the all clear just about an hour ago. They were able to go back into their building. We're working on getting some more information from LFD. We're going to keep you posted throughout GMK this morning.
And today is round 3 for back to school in Jefferson County. JCPS high schoolers will join the mix of students heading to class today.
Yeah, today's the real test for the school district. Many of us are wondering if the temporary transportation changes will hold. Jim is joining us live right now at the Nichols Bus Depot. And Jim, we did see a slight improvement on Friday when it was just elementary and middle schoolers.
Yeah, that's right, Haley, and that actually is pretty encouraging for JCPS, especially JCPS communications team members that we've spoken with. We spoke earlier with Carolyn Callahan, who's the chief of that communications team, and she told me that they had a lot better communication on Friday. Communication between JCPS officials, between school administrators, bus drivers, parents. It was all working a little bit more seamlessly, and that allowed everybody to stay more on the same page when it came to the pickup and drop off on Friday. Now, the communication gave JCPS a window to push out information on any bus delays or if a bus may not be hitting a stop at a certain time. And now we're going to be seeing how that plays out today. We're having about 20,000 more students coming back to class today as high schoolers begin their school year for the second time. We know that there will be some concerns, and this could add more traffic onto the roadways, which is something that JCPS officials are going to be watching out for. We also know something that will impact things today. It's going to be hot. It's going to be hot today. It's going to be hot through the rest of the week. Callahan says that hot summer days are not anything new here in Kentuckiana, and JCPS will be taking steps to help keep students cool and hydrated.
This is something that is not new to this year. It is something that we always face. So yes, we're going to have water. We do encourage families, make sure you pack a water bottle with your child. That way they can fill it up before they get to school and they can fill it up before they leave school. But our schools and our compounds are going to have water, and this is something that we deal with every year. So we understand no one wants to be sitting on a hot bus at any time, but it is going to be extremely hot. So we are paying extra attention to that. We're always looking at the heat, especially for things like outdoor activities and athletics. So it's no different in that respect. We'll just be doing the same things that we always do.
Now, Callahan also said the district plans to roll out a new app for parents later on this week, which will allow you to help track the buses that your child is going to be running on and also get alerts when those buses are hitting a certain milestone or we're going to be running a little bit late. JCPS says that they already have staff members who have access to that app, and that's what helped them with communication on Friday. Later on this week, they hope to roll that app out to parents to try to streamline that communication even more. Eric, Haley?
All right, thanks so much, Jim. Now, Friday was attempt number 2 at the first day of school for many JCPS students. Elementary and middle school students returned to class 9 days after the bus transportation disaster on the actual first day of school. On August 9th, the last students were dropped off at 9:58 at night. One of the big changes JCPS implemented afterwards was tagging students with information on what bus they were supposed to be on. We're told the extra help prevented some students from getting on the wrong bus, which cut down times. But JCPS parents we spoke with were quick to point out Friday's return wasn't without its problems.
This is a short day, you know, with less kids. What are y'all going to do Monday with high schoolers, middle schoolers, and elementary?
Seemed like they did better in the afternoon, though. I'm really hoping that they're going to keep improving.
JCPS said the last students were dropped off at 7:43 Friday night. District officials say the drop-off time's on par with last year's first day of school. So parents, if your child's bus is running late today, you're asked to call their school before you call the hotline. But if you do need the hotline number, it's right there on your screen, 485-RIDE.
And now to some more local news here. Metro Police are investigating a fatal crash on I-264. Police say this happened around 3 in the afternoon yesterday when a man pulled over on the westbound side of 264 near 3rd Street. The LMPD says as he tried to get back into his car, another car hit him. He was taken to a local hospital where he later died. You're looking at video now showing the impact on traffic in that area. Those westbound lanes near the fairgrounds were shut down for more than 2 hours.
One person's dead after a crash on Taylor Boulevard. Police say it happened around 9 Saturday night. They say a moped was traveling south on Taylor when another car turning left onto the 264 on-ramp hit it. The driver of the moped was taken to the hospital where he died. Nobody else was injured.
A woman is recovering this morning after she was shot in her foot by her boyfriend's gun at the Kentucky State Fair. That man is now facing charges of wanton endangerment and carrying a concealed weapon. It's an issue highlighting a growing concern at the State Fair. Alexis Jones and Ian Hardwick explain.
Whether on foot or by shuttle, thousands made their way to the Expo Center Sunday, eager to get their hands on some fair favorites.
A corn dog, fried Oreos.
It's a little upside down.
Along with food, safety was on top of mind after Saturday's shooting. While some say the incident was a harmless mistake,
Things happen. Guy just dropped it. Messed up her foot a little bit, but she'll probably be all right.
Tyron Baker, who's worked at the fair for years, says it's another example of reckless behavior.
But it's getting worse and worse. And so, so I don't, really, I don't know what to do but take the guns. If a shot went off right now, everybody would be running.
Right now, guns are allowed at the fair, but carriers must be in compliance with state and federal law. However, state police say 19-year-old Amari McClung is under the legal age to carry. They say his handgun was also unsecured, which caused it to fire into a large crowd, putting his girlfriend and others in danger.
Terrible, it's really terrible.
Despite mixed reaction, most agree organizers should implement more safety measures.
Everybody should go to a gun check, because really, they can bring whatever they want to hear. They make you bad.
Maybe like a little check-in, so like they know everybody that has one and everybody in and out, just so there's no confusion.
And so fairgoers can have fun in peace. In Louisville, Alexis Jones, WHAS 11 on your side.
Now, McClung is expected in court this morning at 9.